Hi there, Aries. This is Kim, here to give you your next 3-day messages. Hope you're doing good today. Thank you for joining me. If you would like a private reading, the information's in the description box. You just have to copy and paste the link, and it will put you towards whichever reading you want. They start at $20. Try to keep them affordable that way and go up from there. But I appreciate the support I've had, and I just appreciate you being here with me on this journey, right? Not always easy. So I'm starting off with White Light Oracle. This is the guidebook, so I will be using the guidebook for the main message. We'll do this one too. So it will start us off. Ooh, magnetism of Eros. Oh, wow. 7 Blessings of Eve, my favorite card in that deck. And then together we have 17. We have Star Card energy right here. Oh, I love it. All right. Okay. This is going to be a different reading than Leo's could because Leo's was intense. Intense. Magnetism of Eros. Open up for love to come in. Trust in what your heart yearns without concern of how it will manifest. Take steps that move your heart. Reach out for what your soul wants and needs, and allow yourself to be vulnerable, for only then can you truly be held. That which appears out of reach or unavailable to you is closer than you think. So we have it is the promise of a deep soulful connection. I love that. We all need that. Okay, 7 Blessings of Eve is my favorite. You'll see why. With a little snake. And a little snake. A spiritual gift shall enter your heart and manifest a blessing into your life. You have innate talents and abilities which will support your soul into full, glorious manifestation. You have been blessed with a beautiful, divine destiny to fulfill. You have a natural healing ability. Choose your thoughts and words so they reflect what you truly wish to put into the world, because your influence is stronger and further reaching than you realize. Oh, this is big because Eve is associated with knowledge, right? Knowledge, Sophia, wisdom. This oracle is a shift away from shame and confusion, or even feeling like you have something to prove. This card is meaning that you're stepping into a time where it's grace, goodness, soul purpose, and recognition of your gifts and talents. Plus, it's saying that you are blessed. Nice. Okay, it says, it also says a prayer shall be answered. So, I like it. What are these gifts? What could these gifts be? Well, if we're talking about the spiritual realm, spirituality, we may be talking about one of the clairs. So, we have clairvoyance, the first one that I think of, which is clear seeing. We have clairsentience, a clear feeling, claircognizance, a clear knowing, clairaudience, clear smelling, clairaudient, clear hearing, and clairgustance, clear tasting. Wonder if there's anything I'm leaving out. I don't think so, but there could be. And then everything in between all of those too, because you're going to be interpreting the information in a very different way than everybody else is going to be interpreting it. So just because you may have the same type of clair or ability another person has, doesn't mean you're going to get the same message, and does not mean you're going to be interpreting it the same way. So it's still, even though we have a label or a category to put this like spiritual ability into, know that it's like still uniquely you, and it always will be. Let me get some water. All right. So I like that. Beautiful messages for Aries. Ooh, and there's you. There's you. The Emperor. There's you. There's you. Ooh, okay. Confident Aries, right? Known for your confidence. And, you know, my dad is Aries. And he is, I don't know if you can see him. He's there in that picture. My mother has passed away, but right beside her is my father, and he is an Aries, and he's very intelligent. He is really confident, but I've always, more so than his confidence, I've always picked up like this person just knows what to do all the time. They know what to do. They're really rational. They know what to do. They make sense. He makes sense to me most of the time. And yeah, so confidence just like it was kind of a given. Of course this person's confident. You know, that's how I always viewed him. Still view him like that. So this Emperor energy is beautiful, and I just want you to know that people really look up to you with this energy. You know, people might even say like you are the rational one. You are even able to make sense out of some very spiritual things that other people might not be able to figure out as quickly as you can, I would think, just being an Aries. So you're in your power here with the Emperor, sure. Major Arcana. Powerful. Very powerful. Oh, we have the Fool. We have the Fool card coming out. Interesting. Let me look at this. By the way, that deck was, well, I already said that deck. This deck is called the Influence of the Angels. I'm just seeing what she's carrying with her. Do you see that? Like a pail of water? Is that a pail of water? Huh. I've really never seen that on a full card before. We have peace, okay? We have the dove representing peace, and maybe even like the Holy Spirit being with you, right? But so the Fool is a new beginning, a new adventure, putting your one foot forward into a new journey. What is the new journey about with the Fool? What is the new journey going to be about for them? It's about freedom and freeing yourself from anything mentally that's been keeping you feeling trapped or bound or anxious. As the Eight of Swords is usually about that. But I would see, like, if you're having a new adventure or a new journey, then it's going to be away from this energy. Wow. Look at the image on that. So, let's get clarification on this Eight of Swords to figure out, because this is obviously what we're moving away from. But I think that there's going to be more to be said about it. Different deck. Tell me more about this Eight of Swords. It's like freeing your mind. Freeing your mind. Changes that release stress. Okay. Because, yeah, the way I'm reading that, the Seven of Wands in the reverse with the Knight of Swords could look like, to a norm, you know, maybe at first you could look at this and say, okay, what has been holding this person back, or what has been holding this person back from making a move or taking some sort of action? But you can also. But then you have a card of action. That's what I'm saying. I think the way that we need to interpret this is releasing the feelings of stress, and going like very determined in a certain direction. Nothing's going to stop you. Not even mental chatter is going to stop you from like going in the direction that you want to go in. Interesting. Because it's a seize the day. It might be that we've just been really waiting for the right moment. Perhaps we, at times, we can, well, it's in general, most of us overthink when the right moment is going to be. And I've heard the expression, if you want to make God laugh, tell him what your plans are for tomorrow. Because we take so much time over analyzing what we want our next move to be. But then things happen in life, and then we're forced to make certain decisions at the spur of the moment. And so if that's how life is, I don't know, I see this being something where you're no more overthinking it. No more overthinking it, and just doing what your intuition is telling you to do, or moving in that direction. Because this is like, you know, no delay. No more delay. So let me get a little bit more on this change. Ultimately, that's change. Empress. Oh, Empress on the bottom. We'll see if she comes out later. But that would be a divine counterpart. Probably the most powerful couple in the tarot deck. Ten of Pentacles. Shit. Shit. Look at them with all of their wealth there. I've never seen pilgrims with that much treasure, but here we go. We have we have pilgrims and a little angel here. I don't know if they're really pilgrims. They just kind of look like it, don't they? They have a treasure trove, and I'm going to tell you, this is about wealth, and this is about the new journey, because it landed right on top of that Fool. So whatever you're going towards, what you're like, if you want this, then you're going to be able to get this. You're going to be able to achieve this. This is wealth, completion. It's passing on for generations, generational legacy here of wealth. Everybody's secure, everybody's happy. And safe, secure. You associate it more with the material realm, our pentacles, you know. So let's get more. Ten of Pentacles is not a bad way to be going. Not a bad direction. Nine of Swords. What is that? What do we have these? 8, 9 of Swords. What is this about? Mental. It's mental, you know. It's in the mind. It's mental feelings of like, okay, how do I... Because of this Ten of Pentacles being associated with a new experience, or just the beginning here of you leading to this Ten of Pentacles, I think the Nine of Swords is some sort of worry that has been, that tells you, you know, it does have a little bit to do with Leo's reading of a little bit of spiritual warfare here, something that's kind of trying to attack your mental thinking of you can do this, or versus no, this is hopeless, you're not going to be able to get what you want, you know. That feels like spiritual warfare, trying to get to you through anxiety, through your thoughts. It represents depression, anxiety, sleepless nights, insomnia. So we have to steer the thoughts around somehow when we get this Nine of Swords. What could the worry be about? Let's see. And these are all mixed up. What could the worry be about here? Or what is the Nine of Swords about? The Eight of Swords in the reverse, Eight of Pentacles in the reverse, and the Two of Wands in the reverse. Clearly, it's a call to you from Spirit that's saying, open up and clear your mind. There's overthinking going on here, is what it's just the main message. There's overthinking. How is this going to work? How am I going to channel my gifts or abilities to get this Ten of Pentacles that I want? Ultimately, this is about freeing yourself and freeing your mind. So I have to clear it. There's a time and a place for planning. Right now, the time and place is calling for clearing everything out. Not to worry about what path is it. Yeah. So you do free yourself from that energy. What else do you want to talk to them about? What else do you want to talk to? The Tower. Okay. Okay. So there might be this feeling of, I don't know exactly what path to take right now, or I don't see any paths opening up because of what's going on right now in society and the environment. With society is with our structures, whoa, our systems, the things that aren't necessarily working the best anymore, or that are coming down in a way that it changes everything, right? So the path that you would have taken before is not going to be the same path that you take coming up, right? And so I think that that is a lot of the worry, or where the worry is coming from. It is about this upheaval. Okay. It's a card of transformation, though. If something is not solid, it comes down. But remember, you're the Emperor. And it looks like you're going to be able to handle and navigate these changes in a way that leads you to your Ten of Pentacles. So release the worry. Ten of Swords. Goodness, release the worry. Ten of Swords, Nine of Pentacles. Nine of Pentacles, Ten of Swords, Ten of Pentacles, 10 says it's divine timing. This is talking about the ending of some things and the ending of a lot of betrayal. And there could have been a lot of betrayal on your way to trying to achieve like the life that you desire. We know that this place is heavy with spiritual warfare, right? The battle is not of flesh and blood. It is definitely spiritual here. And there were a lot of energies that were trying to basically have all the control and keep a lot of people away from being able to have their own Ten of Pentacles, right? Their own things. And this is an ending to that. This is an ending to that kind of energy. And it's divine timing for you to be, I feel like, on the top here. You're going to be coming into a lot of fortune. I just want to point that out with this. You have a lot of alignment here. The 7, 8, 9, 10 in your reading already, with different cards. You have alignment. And yeah, what do you see? You have the 8, 9, 10 of the Swords, and you have the, we saw the 8 on the bottom of the deck earlier for the Pentacles. So you have alignment here for your Pentacles too. This is saying that you're going to have a big financial gain, a windfall of money, reward for your efforts. This could even be a shift of money, divine inheritance, you know. It can be talking about that. So it's something that's going to help you, especially if you're worried about this or worried about this coming in. Let's go ahead and get more clarification on what is the thing that is ending. Oh, okay. Yeah, okay. So I have another 10 of Swords in the reverse. And here, this makes sense too. 10 of Swords reverse, the Hierophant in the reverse, and the King of Cups. Yeah, so it's rebirth to a system, and the old ways are kind of like going out, because the Hierophant is, you know, represents like upright, the structures that are in place, the institutions, the way that teaching has always been, the rule almost, trying to rule spirituality too. You could look at it like that. So you could say that if it's in the reverse and there's a rebirth, it's because there's going to be a rebirth of how things are done. And this is going to be this money that's coming to you, this new beginning, putting you in a lot of power. It's because you're being led by your heart. And so that changes everything, right? So it changes everything, led by your heart. And it's going to be coming to you in a very unconventional way, as the conventional way just simply isn't really working. And I mean, really, let's be honest, people are just catching on to it. They're understanding, awakening, enlightenment. That's why it's not going to work very well anymore. It only worked as long as it could keep people fooled or in fear. Then you keep people from taking action on their own. So, all right. This looks good. I don't think there's anything else we really need to look at. Oh, a tingle in my crown chakra right there too. Let's see. Let me get some messages from the 108 Oracle for the sign of Aries. I have a timing card coming out right away with it says summer on it, but it says within 3 to 6 months. So something is drastically going to change for you. 3 to 6 months. Some of you all could be meeting, I don't know, the love of your life, a soulmate, a partner, having different types of spiritual blessings coming in, different activation, different gifts, money coming in, family togetherness. It might seem complicated right now with the yarn card, but do not worry. Things, when they get unraveled, you'll have future gains. Future gains. So even though something seems complicated right now, you're in for something kind of new. With the baby card, it's cardinal signs, and that's the beginning, right? So new beginnings, rapid growth, unlimited potential, and a new phase. You will be ascending. These issues, these complications, these problems. Hot air balloon, balance, uplifting, freedom, going with the flow, to rise above, don't resist, a new perspective, elevate, and feeling good. And here's that, it's coming out with a timing card for this. So this timing might be a little different for if a person is coming into your life, maybe for the purpose of romance, maybe for business, or just some sort of partnership here, collaboration, alliance. It says within 1 to 3 months. So maybe that's the key to this success too. Like this comes in first, and then here we have this completion afterwards. So yeah, the fairy tale is possible. On the bottom, believe the impossible. Daydreams, romantic ending, hopeful, magic, unicorns, and rainbows. Happily ever after, fanciful stories we tell. So what do we have? We have a snake, we have a bunny, we have a unicorn, we have a little puppy, and a sheep and some crows. And a dove. Sometimes people like the animal spirits, to know about the animal spirits that are coming through. So ascension's coming, and you will be feeling good. Ascension, 29 to 30. It's ascension. Those dates, that might be a calendar date that is significant here, coming up. 29, you're highly intuitive and creative. Your mind seems to think in pictures, and you draw information and ideas from out of the sky. A powerful drive to know the oneness of all things. I'm insightful. And 30, I'm imaginative. You're an original, innovative thinker and an excellent communicator. You have a great talent for using creativity to convey your ideas, and your optimistic attitude has an uplifting effect on others. So that's what I have for you, Aries. Sending you love and light. Bye.